Hello there. In this video, I'm going to give you a very quick overview of what a debate fundamentally is. Now, first and foremost, when does a debate happen? A debate happens where there are two parties that are rational, civil, and objective, that each hold a very well informed or a factually informed, evidence based perspective, a perspective supported by evidence, on an issue where both perspectives in the room are directly opposing each other because they are considering different stakeholder interests or different sides of a dilemma. Now, that said and done, a debate happens when the two parties with the two differing perspectives that are factually informed, well informed, and evidence based, they interact with each other in a real time, constructive, dynamic conversation that is argumentative. You're not just presenting arguments, you are actually arguing. There's a difference. When you speak publicly, when you do public speaking or just deliver a speech, you have arguments to support a certain standpoint that you're advocating for or forwarding. But forwarding and relaying static arguments is very different from actually arguing, where you're trying to wrestle the thought of the opposing party in a room where debate is taking place, where you're taking what they have to offer in the form of their perspective with the evidence they bring and how they argue for it. You take that and you compare that to what you are offering, and you show to the house, the room where the debate is taking place. You demonstrate how you've thought through your perspective better and how the merits of your perspective outweigh the merits of the opposing perspective, and how the demerits of the other side outweigh the demerits of your perspective. And therefore, which side has better arguments demonstrated through your own argumentation technique, and which arguments should be given greater consideration and greater gravity in deciding that which perspective should stand prioritized over the other. Now that's a debate. So this is not a speaking contest. This is not a speech contest. It is about who holds a constructive, informed, civil conversation better, where there is a disagreement, to prove that they are at the better end of that disagreement because they've thought that disagreement through better. They've thought the problem at the heart of the disagreement better, and they've thought the solution that they think arising from the perspective is better to that particular problem at the heart of the disagreement. Now that's a debate. So what are the biggest problems with young schools debaters these days? They like to go to debate tournaments or debate competitions or debate rounds with speeches written in essay format on pieces of paper in front of them, or on their in the era of Zoom debates or internet debates, they have Word documents, e-files, where everything is written out as you would expect a politician to have in front of him or her, right, in an essay format to read off. And what you find amongst young debaters today is, well, generally one is reading one's perspective and they expect the other to do the same. And that's not a debate, because what you're really doing is exchanging in turns speeches in favor of opposing points, but you're not actually arguing. Because if you've scripted something, you've prepared something where it is not possible to anticipate or read the mind of the other party as to what analysis they'll bring to the table, because that's a very important critical component of debating, because you're not just bringing facts and information to regurgitate in front of another side or a neutral party when you go to a debate. You're there to present your own independent analysis, your own analysis drawn from your own independent individual intellectual horsepower, right, of the information and facts available out there pertaining to the problem or the topic at the heart of the debate where the disagreement is going to take place, and you present that analysis along with the information and the facts that you've gathered in preparing for that debate. Now, when you do that, you have an exchange of different perspectives, different analysis, and therefore you have a constructive process of argumentation between two sides, not each side presenting arguments in a silo. When you have the latter, where you have each side presenting arguments in a silo, you don't exactly have a debate, you have something else. Although, for the sake of it, you turn up for a debate event, it's called a debate, but it's not really a debate, it's just two sides delivering speeches in silos. And that's not good enough, right? So if you really want to have a meaningful, constructive debate that's productive, that's intelligent, where there's something to learn, where you want to win an argument, then you have to actually get out of the silos. You have to go across the house, take what the other side is offering, and engage them directly, as you would anyone in any conversation that matters to you, such as asking for more pocket money from your parents, or asking for a raise at work with the boss, or better work benefits in the workplace, so on and so forth. So have a conversation. Have a conversation where we accept and agree to a disagreement, but we are at the better end of that disagreement is something we want to prove, and that's the mindset that we go to a debate with. Do it like that. All the best.